The rock cycle. Objectives. Explain the rock cycle. Describe how one rock can change to another type. So rocks are always changing because of the processes like weathering, erosion and the Earth's movement. The rocks are gradually reprocessed into other types over millions of years, and this is the rock cycle. So you can see here that igneous rocks, which are formed from magma, which can crystallise to form different types of size crystals. There's slow uplift to the surface because of the movement of the tectonic plates of the Earth. Weathering erosion can kind of wear away at the mountains and rocks that are formed. Some transport deposition can cause sediments to deposit onto the bottom of the sea or rivers to form sedimentary rocks over millions of years where they're compacted and cemented. And then because of high temperatures and extreme pressure, these sedimentary rocks can turn into metamorphic rocks. And if you melt those metamorphic rocks, because of the heat next to the magma, they can change into igneous rocks and so on. The Earth's movement of tectonic plates and the Earth's inner heat drives the rock cycle. So the tectonic plates and the heat of the Earth is what drives the rock cycle. And uplift is where mountains and hills formed when the buried rocks are moved to the surface. And rocks at the surface can then be weathered and pieces can break off. And then erosion can occur when rock particles are worn away and then moved somewhere else. Forming rocks. The Earth's movements can squeeze layers of rocks into massive bulges, forming mountains. And the Alps are so old that the top halves of the folds have worn away by the weather. And these uplifts can be seen on coastal cliffs when the strata or the layers of rocks are pushed into a dome shape, which is called an anticline. So this picture here on the left is showing an anticline because it's pushed up into a dome or upfold, and you can see the layers are kind of bulging upwards. And the strata can be forced down into a bowl shape, and this can be called a sincline. So if the layers are going downwards, that's sincline. So anticline is upwards, sincline is where the layers are going downwards. So sediments and lava flows are usually deposited in horizontal layers due to the effect of gravity. But then the Earth's movements cause the layers to blend, tilt or fracture. So you can get many different patterns. And movement of the Earth's crust causes rocks deep underground to be brought to the surface. So the process of uplift is actually occurring continually in some parts of the world, such as Taiwan, which can cause buildings to actually move. And uplifting occurs when rocks lift because of the forces that are acting on them. So stress builds up for years until the rocks move, and they can move from up to a few centimetres or up to a few metres. And when it happens, there is huge amounts of energy which are released, which can cause earthquakes. So that is the rock cycle.